Hey guys, so I was like, okay, I need to get this message out there. So this isn't gonna resonate with everybody, but for who this does resonate with, um, this person, they miss you so much. And I get that they've been in the masculine energy more. They haven't been balanced out with their masculine and feminine energy, okay? This is somebody that the household that they grew up in, they're not supposed to show feelings, they're not supposed to cry, and they kind of like, they were in love with being in love, but they were terrified of being with somebody that made them feel, okay? Because I get that, their parents, I get that there's something that's going on where their parents can't be together because of the way that they argue, but they refuse to get divorced, okay? So for some of them, like, the parents still live together because they don't know how to separate things. Like, they don't want to split up the estate and whatever, right? And I get for some of them, the mom or the dad, like, literally built a cabin down the road on the property. That's not for everybody, but it is for some of you. And so they look at that and they look like, to them, that's all they've been looking for is true love, but they don't believe that it actually exists because they've been taught that true love's a fantasy, like, you know. And so when they found you, like, everything was perfect. Like, you guys barely fought. When you were together, it didn't matter how much time had passed. It was like you could never get enough of them and they could never get enough of you. Like, even if you, like, took years apart, like years off from each other, were with other people and then came back to each other, it always started out the same and ended the same. Everything would be like, oh, we're just friends, it's not going to go anywhere, whatever. And it would always come in hot and heavy. And you guys would deny the connection until you couldn't deny it anymore. And then you would manifest that they were going to leave, or they would manifest that you were going to leave. And you guys would start to have trust issues and whatever, right? And so what's been going on is you guys have kind of gone into, like, this separation or whatever, right? But in the astro, the connection is phenomenal. Like, you guys have telepathy, you guys have where you can connect in dreams, like, everything, okay? But in the 3D, if you see them, like, I get you both shake, and you either ignore each other, or one of you talks and the other one gets flustered and then gets into their ego. And I get you guys kind of like go back and forth. Yeah, my nose is itching. Go back and forth. That's clarification. Go back and forth with the ego, okay? And so now I get, like, everything's gone to crap, like you've been seeing for a while with who they're with. And I get that, like, whoever you're with or you've been with, it's like, when it's good, but when it's bad, okay? And so I do get that this person is taking some time off from this karmic because they can't stop thinking about you, and, like, they can't get you off their mind, okay? And so they're trying to figure out, like, if they get some space away from this karmic and, they're working on themselves. Like, I get that they're out in nature. I get that, like, they're either in between jobs or they've taken a couple weeks or months off of work. And I get they're either, I do get for some of you guys, they're building a house. For some of you guys, they bought a house, they're fixing it up, or there's, like, this, like, utility barn or shed or whatever. Like, it's one of those, but they're going to turn that into a business, okay? And I get, like, you guys have, like, had this dream business or, like, dream farm or ranch or whatever. And so they got, like, this pole shed or this really large garage, or they're building one so that you guys can have what you've been dreaming of, okay? And so you might have thought that like it seemed like it was perfect with them in this karmic, you know? And when they see you like with the karmic person that you've been with, like you seem happy. And you know, I mean, it's not all unhappy, but I do get that there's lots of physical abuse, verbal abuse. There might not be full physical abuse, but the verbal abuse enough is like the way that they treat you, they're mirroring that. So whoever they're with, there's a lot of verbal abuse. For some, there's actual physical abuse. For some of you, this person literally did blood magic on them. They wear their clothes. They did hoodoo voodoo on you. That's not for everybody, but there are a few of you that they literally did this. For some of you, like even some of your own mutual friends are in this coven that they're in. And for some of you guys, it's not a coven, but it's this church group, and they're saying that they're reborn, and they have a lot of negative entities around them, that they think that they're talking to God, and God is telling them they need to do this, this, and this, and this. And so they're in this cult that is telling them that this is who they are and that you're evil and whatever. But you actually are a chosen one, and you work with the light and the dark. Like, it does not matter, even if you like try to just stay in the light, you work with both. And this person, I get that you were raised religious, but they weren't. And you have some spiritual